Good afternoon. My name is Candace, and I'm going to be letting you guys know a little bit about Candida and how it affects you internally, externally, and how we can help. So I did a presentation earlier this week on detox, and I said, now's a great time to start a detox. We just finished a holiday. We're about a month away from the next holiday, and in between seasons like that is a good time to start a good habit. So if you're wanting to get on a new protocol, if you may have Candida issues, now would be a great time to start. We're going to talk about how you can support Candida and fungal infections through your GI health, your immune system, and with the probiotics that are in your gut. So if you take a look at the digestive health, many healthcare professionals believe that overall health begins in your gut. So whatever issues you may have, it usually begins in the digestive tract because if you have poor digestion, it compromises all parts of the body because the digestion of food provides the fuel for all body processes, all of your organs, and all of your systems, including the digestive system. So if your digestive system's poor, all of your other systems will be poor as well. The GI tract also plays a prominent role in immune health. Like I said, your GI tract is the first line of defense. Make sure your stomach acidity is on track, and if you have an upset stomach or bowel issues, it's going to be caused from some issue within your GI or digestion tract. You may have internal symptoms or externally, which we'll get into a little more about symptoms. But digestion includes your digestive tract and your digestive system. There's three keys. Your absorption is first, assimilation, and then elimination. Absorption is when the food passes from the intestines into the bloodstream, and assimilation is when it will begin to absorb nutrients into your cells, and then elimination, obviously, voiding waste from the body, which is very important. There's components of digestion. So if you look at this image, it starts in the mouth, goes down the esophagus, into the small intestine, large intestine, and then the elimination process, plus your accessory digestive organs, starting in the mouth, the saliva glands, your pancreas, which is a huge part with Candida issues because it processes the sugar and deals with the insulin. So that's an important part. Also your liver, which is good for detoxing, and your gallbladder, and those all are part of the digestive system. And like I said, when you have a poor digestive system, all other symptoms are compromised. So with Candida, if you have a Candida issue, that's called a bloom, which is an extended period of high blood sugar. So whenever it's extended, they call it a bloom. Because Candida isn't a bad thing. It's something that everybody has. And if you didn't have it, then you would also have issues similar to what you have if you have too much. So a bloom is the sustained elevation blood sugar levels for an extended period of time. And as well as the sugar, it comes from excess fat in the bloodstream. It coats and affects the chemistry and physiology of everything in the bloodstream, which includes your tissues, your receptor cells, and the big thing is insulin, which if you're having an issue with the insulin over a period of time, you'll become insulin resistant, and that factor will disappear. So then that's just an issue that you'll see occurring. Like I said, Candida isn't a bad thing. So if you don't have it, it can cause issues. Candida typically lives or works for a few hours. So if you have it, for more than a few hours, days, some people can have it for weeks, months, or years. Those would be the people who have severe issues. That would be an extended bloom, so to speak. So like I said, if you're having those extended periods, of Candida systems working. Things like your pancreas are going to work harder to do things like balancing your fat and your blood sugar. Things like your adrenals will become exhausted. So you want to drop the Candida level. That's your goal. You want to drop the fat levels to normal limits, and the uptake and transport, as well as the delivery of blood sugar into the blood system, through the blood system and out of the blood system, is dependent on the fat consumption. So the fat consumption is what you want to be aware of, and so you just want to eat less fat. And if you look at the standard American diet, which if you're coming here, you're probably not eating a ton of fast food and fried food and, junk food, which is just junk. But most people in America eat the standard American diet, which is full of junk, not food. So that's definitely something that you want to avoid. Maybe gluten-free. Some people in here may be onto that. Gluten isn't necessarily a bad thing, but most people are sensitive to it. So just watching your diet, and if you look at some of the highlighted supplements we have Candy Kill, which is a newer formula from the beginning of this year. We used to have, instead of Candy Kill, about 4 products. So this takes the place of about 4 products. It has a ton of great ingredients in it to help fight Candida issues. We have SBC, Extra Strength, which helps balance your microbials. And we have the Superbiotics, which carry 50 billion probiotics. We have the Microgon Tincture and Lymphatic Tincture, which are good for helping GI infections, and with the Lymphatic Tincture, that just moves your lymph throughout your body at a good level. And the Superbiotics, again, help balance your healthy flora and your healthy probiotics in your gut. Systemic Candida is normally, like I said, the good Candida at a good level is a good thing to have, but you want to do things to avoid, causing a bloom an extended period of the Candida. You don't want it to grow out of control, and things that cause that could be antibiotic use, parasite infection, uncontrolled diabetes. If you're taking birth control, any kind of steroids, any ulcer medication, and smoking, those are just to name a few. So there's many reasons that you may have a Candida infection, many causes, so there's many symptoms. The list goes on, but bloating, diarrhea, tummy issues, those range from all over. Sugar cravings, you may have memory loss, brain fog, some type of yeast infections of the nails, of the skin, some type of psoriasis, there's a ton of symptoms. So for the diet, you want to really avoid eating sugar. That's the main thing, sugar and fat. You want to do a low-carb, low-yeast diet. You want to avoid fruit for the first couple months, and then you may slowly introduce that back in. But you definitely want to avoid caffeine, alcohol, obviously cakes, pies, cheese, things that are loaded with sugar. And another thing that I found interesting was don't eat cooked food, leftovers that are 2 days older, because then that can carry a lot of bad bacteria, and that will affect the probiotics in your gut. So our main product, Candy Kill, we've had great feedback in the few months that we've had this product around. Dietary changes are crucial. These supplements are used to supplement your diet, so you want to make sure you're following our dietary guidelines. The main ingredient in Candy Kill is berberine. Comes from the yellow-rooted flowers, so that's what's going to give it the strong yellow color. Then we have Then we have berberine, and these again all work to kill off bad bugs. Excuse me. They're all antifungals and antibacterials. So they work in antifungal resistant cases as well. So if you are taking a medication or something for an extended period of time, you may become resistant to that product. But with berberine, it works to continue being strong where you may be taking it for an extended period of time. The caprylic acid is a medium chain fatty acid. It's found in a lot of natural antifungal supplements. So if you find any over the counters, you will see caprylic acid in that. It is a natural form, so it works great in the candy kill. The olive leaf, we do have that on its own, in an own supplement. We do recommend taking this with the candy kill. There is a lot of olive leaf extract in the candy kill, though. It's been used by herbalists for many years. So it goes back many years, and it's still working today. So it's obviously a great ingredient to have in the candy kill. The grapefruit seed extract helps fight infections with potent antifungals. It's been used in studies and been proven to help through various strains of Candida. So you may have a different type of Candida, and this works for many of them. And it was discovered by an immunologist. So again, it's great for your GI tract, your immune health, and a few other aspects. Garlic, it's one of those things that's been around for many years, goes back to Bible time, and it's still working today. So I think you're all aware that, that's a great ingredient. The tea tree extract, it's in our mouthwash. It's in a few of our products. We have oils that you can use for skin or nail infections. So tea tree extract is another thing that most people are already aware of, that it works great with outer skin, nail issues, as well as it working internally. Another product on the protocol, this is for specific types of Candida infections. Paracleanse, if you look, it does have many of the ingredients that are in Candida, or in the candy kill. There's a few extra. Those are also great for detoxing, which is, if you have a lot of Candida, you're going to want to have some detox in your protocol as well. For the microgon tincture, this first ingredient is used in a commercial antifungal. Usually it's found in creams, shampoos, oral forms, tablets. So it's a common ingredient on the market, but it works great in our microgon. And it has multiple uses for overall GI health, internally and externally. On this slide, we have some ingredients. You see again the olive leaf extract in the microgon tincture that just assists in recovery from having those bad bugs in your stomach. So once you're using the candy kill and working on getting those bad bugs out, you're going to want to take the microgon as well to help with recovery. And here we also have the cat's claw bark, which is a popular herb, helps with digestion disorders, swelling and pain in the intestines, which is, a very common symptom of, GI issues. It helps with stomach ulcers and just all kinds of common symptoms of a Candida infection. The next product we have is SBC, Saccharomyces boulardii capsules, which really helps with, bowel issues that come along with Candida infections, helps with overgrowth of bad bacteria in the GI. What it does, it adheres to the intestinal tract and any of the bad bacteria, and it sticks to those. And then when you go to the bathroom, it helps pull those out. So that's really great with helping get rid of the bad bacteria. The lymphatic tincture, it works really well because the dosing is easy. It comes in a tincture, which is very convenient. So if you're not, walking, moving around much, or you just have swollen or lymph that doesn't flow as well, the lymphatic tincture is great. All the ingredients in here help with many different areas of the body, the lymph in different areas of the body. So it's going to help overall loosen up all of your lymph. With the superbiotics, I mentioned it has over 50 billion probiotics per capsule. We have Frontier Biotics, which is great. That's what I take every day. It has 5 billion. It's great for daily use, daily maintenance. But whenever you do have a severe situation like Candida or GI immune issues, you're going to want to take the superbiotics because of the powerful strength. Other supplements I mentioned, the Frontier Biotics, we have Cybezyme, Probezyme. It's a good probiotic and digestive enzymes, which I mentioned how important your digestion is. Control is great because it helps with the sugar cravings that come along with Candida issues. Adrenal support includes, some more of our tinctures. Up top is the Betazyme, which is pretty similar to the Cybezyme and Probezyme. It helps with your stomach acid and stomach digestion. In the GI Complete, the capsules and the powder form absorbs more easily and faster. So either of those or any of these in combination or by itself would be a great start. These are some more helpful resources. Last week I was looking them up online, trying to read snips of the books and watching YouTube videos by some of these people. And if you have any more questions, these can answer a lot of questions that I may not have covered. So those are some great resources to check out. And if you look in some of these brochures in here, we also have some in the back of the store if you're interested. We have the GI Solution, which covers, again, the products that I mentioned and some of the food guidelines that you may want to follow, as well as explaining more about GI issues. And then the Candida Solution, same structure, but this has a great food guideline to follow, because sometimes whenever you get started on a protocol, you find yourself left with, what can I eat? I mean, I think we've all asked ourselves that question before. I do. I open the fridge and I'm like, nothing is for me. So this is a great guideline. It's not very restricting, and it's not too specific. So it gives you just a great idea of food that you can eat as well as supplements you can take. Do I have any questions?
I wanted to ask you something. I'm not gluten-free.
Okay.
My daughter is.
Okay.
I just heard about gluten-free just for the past couple of years. That's
Mhm.
Before, was you on gluten-free diet before?
What is your
You have
question?
Candida.
Yeah.
Were you on that gluten-free?
No, but the thing with why so many people are gluten-free now is all of the sugars and refined carbs that are in gluten.
They never talked about that before, but now.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Well, I think that's because our food source has changed so much. Our soil's gone down, our water's gone down.
Yeah.
So in turn, that affects the food that's, harvested through those.
So how long should you be on that gluten-free?
It depends from person to person. Start off slow, and if you can continue it, that would be a great, lifestyle change to make. But some people can tolerate it better than others. I don't have any problems with it, but I know many people who do, so.
Are you on that gluten-free diet?
No. No. That's okay. Yeah. That's okay. Yeah?
He used to attribute bladder problems to Candida.
Mm-hmm.
Doctors don't know the check. They have you doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Taking medicine, and they have this new treatment where they stimulate the foot with something. And they say your nervous system, your nerves are overactive in the bladder. And I'm really wondering if that's the reason, or it has something to do with Candida too.
It could be caused by something you're eating, or it could be caused by if you were ever on an antibiotic or anything that could cause a Candida infection. So it depends on what your history is. So it's something you might want to take. We have questionnaires. You can do a personal questionnaire history and fill that out and kind of use your context clues to figure out what yours or whoever you know that has it may be coming from or caused by.
Okay. Where is this personal questionnaire? What is that?
I can grab you some after this.
And what is that for?
Just personal history and,
Oh, you do it yourself?
yeah,
Oh,
yep.
okay.
Any other questions? Yeah.
If you have a fungal problem, you probably have a yeast problem, correct?
Right. Yeah, they kind of go hand in hand.
Yeah, I had a ear, nose, throat specialist
Mhm.
tell me that I would forever have a fungal infection in my right ear. And it seems like the treatment is, of course, one of their creams, which,
Mhm.
cortisone type things.
Yeah.
Well, I just don't.
Yeah, they offer creams and antibiotics, which in turn, cause more Candida to grow inside of you. So that's something that I would stray away from. Dr. Weiner recommends Vicks, peroxide, and our, supplements. But externally, I've seen Vicks, the Miracle 2 soap, things like that work for, outer skin rashes and
Well, I could put the Miracle Skin, the
Miracle soap.
soap. I
Mhm.
could put that in my ear if I want.
Mhm.
That'll
Yeah,
help.
we have it listed in the protocols that are right by the soap.
Well, I already bought it, so that's good.
Okay, I'll get you a protocol sheet after this. Anyone else? Thank you all for listening.